It is June the 25th, 2024, and it is well overdue for a garden video, so let's get right in. It's been about 3 weeks since the last garden update video, and this is what we got going on just outside the greenhouse. I got a couple sweet potato vines. It's a few tomato plants going with some petunias, and I've got a lawn gourd here in the big pot. I'm not sure if it's going to do any good in that pot or not. Some lettuces, some more tomatoes. We got some zinnias. The purple cayennes that were blooming 3 weeks ago, they have formed. And it is summertime indeed. It is hot. And 95 today. Some more little pepper plants. A couple more cayennes over here. The basil I really need to trim. The squash, the zucchini, we got one zucchini, and the vine borers have just demolished them. Oh well. Been getting a few okra mixed in here with the blueberries and zinnias and black-eyed Susans or brown-eyed Susans. I've picked about 5 gallons of blackberries. Raspberries have pretty much petered off. I did end up putting the bird net on the blackberries. The birds were just wearing them out. They have been delicious. Got a few of the tiger lilies blooming. I've already dug out some garlic. The dill's already going to seed. Picked a few cucumbers off the back here. Looking good. The nasturtiums there in the corner, and the red bee balm. Beautiful. The mint is doing great. The San Marzano, most of those looking good, doing good. This one looks like it just fell over and broke. I have to work on that. The radishes, I sold a few at the farmer's market and then had quite a few go woody. The sunchokes are a good 10 feet tall. Got that one sunflower over here that's really tall. The bee balm. That's pretty much all that's in those. Got a red onion that I went to seed, let go to seed. Got one yellow onion down there that's pretty good size. Go ahead and spin this way. We've got the chocolate mint. It has probably, I don't know, quadrupled in size in 3 weeks since the last video. There it is right there. And I believe these are the white cherry tomatoes. These 4 are looking great. Just loaded down. The spaghetti squash. Let me back out just a little bit. The spaghetti squash, I've picked off some squash beetles and squash bugs both. Got several nice size spaghetti squash. Well, at least 3. Some size to them. And we've got the zinnia that was a volunteer. We've got the nasturtium and the radishes inside. That's supposed to help with the squash bugs. The marigold, the cherry swizzle zinnia looking pretty, and this volunteer sunflower here looking really good. Just beautiful sunflowers. And the garlic scapes, I put out a short on those, dug those up, pretty cool. And then the Sweet 100 tomatoes are just, they're not 100 on there yet, but there's quite a few. And then that marigold is looking a lot better than this one over here. It's only got a few blooms, but it's starting to bloom out some more. I've been deadheading and saving seeds. A bunch of seeds in there. And I went ahead, dug up the red potatoes. not sure if I put anything on YouTube. Definitely put it on Facebook. If you're not following me on Facebook, find me on Facebook and follow. I've been putting a lot of pictures and videos on there, but we got a couple tomatoes that had broken off. I think the suckers had broken, and I got those to root. So now we're up to how many tomatoes? If you missed last week, we had last video 3 weeks ago. Anyways, jalapeno, sweet potato cutting, trash I need to deal with. The kohlrabi, it's just not done much but flower or leaf. The one yellow tomato plant, it's got some length to it, probably about close to 4 foot. Tomatoes are starting to fall over. Onions are starting to fall over, so we'll be getting some of them here pretty soon. Got some decent sized ones. And then that's a jalapeno that's finally starting to get out of there. I don't think the others are going to do much around there. Same with this squash, just the dang squash bugs. Been wearing them out. Look at all them squash bug eggs. Dang it. I'll have to take that off and get rid of that and try to find mom and dad. And I'm not sure what happened here, but these two plants, or actually this plant over here, grew what looks to me like little mini white pumpkins, and then that was a yellow squash that was bad. Mint starting to bloom here. Flies love that. This lily's about done. The sunflower here has just been loaded with the goldfinches. Whoa, look out. I've had to trim this borage and nasturtium because they were just getting out of control, and shading the pepper plants there. The chicory has been flowering and seeding, and the birds have been tearing it up as well. Got turnip greens everywhere. This was where we had our turnips that I let go to seed. Probably a couple videos ago, you could see the turnip greens flowering, and the birds were wearing them out, and apparently they dropped a whole lot of them. So we got turnip greens everywhere, but this is our big tomato section here. And we've got Bushmasters and Mortgage Lifters, and they've got some size to them. A couple of them. And that's supposed to be, I forgot, let's see. That's supposed to be a beefsteak. Look how many tomatoes are on there. It's supposed to be a beefsteak. So we'll see if they get big or not. And then got this sweet potato plant that I'll be making a video on soon, but it's doing great in this pot. And then it's definitely rooted in the dirt there, so I'll be taking that pot off by next video. And then we've got this is supposed to be a garden peach tomato, and look how big that is. So that's definitely not a garden peach. Have to see what that is, but these tomato plants are over my head, which they wouldn't be if they wasn't a foot off the ground, I guess. But these are the yellow cherry tomatoes, and they are just loaded down. Just tomatoes everywhere, and more turnip greens on this walkway. We got these are supposed to be carnival pepper, but they're starting to get some length to them, so they're definitely not. We thought they were a bell pepper, so I guess Peppergate is still for 2024, and that's supposed to be the same thing. Same scenario over here with the squash. Just the vine boards just warm out. Nasturtium still looking beautiful, along with the petunias that we grew from seed. The 2 Sweet 100s over here. Shoot, they're over 7 foot tall in that pot. And I think I'm finally getting some nasturtiums going to seed. Check that out. That's the seed right there. So I'm gonna pop that in there so we can save that. Need to pick these tomatoes this evening. And we've got the 6 zucchini started over here in those pots. Sorry about the AC, but it is hot. I'm not gonna walk over there. The asparagus, it's just ferned out. The sun chokes here, and I'm not sure. I don't think the corn's probably not gonna do anything inside there. The squash actually still looks open. And behind the house on this side, the nasturtiums are just beautiful. That red and that orange, and the broccoli, it's gone to flower. Might just pull it and replant something, not sure. Nasturtiums are looking beautiful over here. Haven't seen any seeds yet on this side. We got a couple more there. The cauliflower, back to picking off the cabbage moths. Onions, more nasturtium. Got one little basil back there, and a broccoli. Yeah, the cabbage moths have been pretty rough. Got a few things, flowers over here, and milkweed. The clematis is looking rough. I don't think it likes the hot temperatures, but we got one little bloom. The sweet Annie, the ginger, and the stevia, all doing well. Got the, let me step back a second here. Got the sunflowers with the sweet potatoes underneath. And we got basil and tomatoes and more sunflowers and some cucumbers. Pickling cucumbers finally starting to grow. Nice looking tomato here. I believe that's the Rutgers. And we had a question last video what this was. This was what I thought was a petunia, and it grew with all the other petunias, but apparently that's a straw flower. So that's the mystery, a straw flower. They're pretty, and they close up in the evenings. It's still a little early for it to start closing up, but they are pretty. And this basil's starting to go to flower. Got those tomatoes are just loaded down. Sunflowers are as well. Got that one really big one up there and some pretty colors. Got the bee in it. And our marigolds over here are looking beautiful. Tomato. This broccoli went to flower as well. Just gonna go ahead and see what kind of seeds it makes, if they're worth anything. More sunflowers, the green beans. I think I've picked about 10 pounds of green beans. Probably could pick a half a pound or so tonight, but they've been thinned out the last week or so. I think we picked 3 pounds after 2 days. Picked 3 pounds and then picked 3 more after 2 days. Squash over here, same thing. Dang squash vine borers. And I did transplant some bee balm over here a few weeks ago, and it's blooming, but it's wanting to fall over. Tucker, you want to smell the flowers? Got the verbena that we started from seed. That's the only one we got with the tomato there. Our mystery tomatoes are loaded down along with our mystery vine, and that's definitely not a squash or gourd or any kind of seed I've ever purchased. So it'll be interesting to see what that turns out to be. That vine looks pretty good. Looks like I've got a pair of, oh, lost one of them. Pair of squash bugs. Squash them. Squash bugs need squashed. Alright, these jalapenos are starting to flower and look decent now. And this mint has just gone crazy. Got a couple little jalapenos. I don't pick the first flowers off. I just let them do what they want to do. And the sunflowers next to the greenhouse are just beautiful. And the tomato plants, I think, are beautiful as well. And we got the 2 Tommy toes, the 2 large red cherries. So they're going to be turning red here pretty soon. And see, these 2, I done forgot what they were. I can't see the tag. These were the Brad's Atomic Grape tomatoes. See, they're starting to turn. And then these were the 4 Cherokee purple that we got from Miss Brenda. They've got a few decent sized ones on there. And then these jalapenos are doing okay. They got a few little ones on there. And the backside here, got one more tomato. So we've added 3. So that was as quick as I could be. It is hot. I have been watering regular, so hopefully everything does well and continues to do well. I'll probably be replanting in a few of the bare spots. So thanks for watching. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know how your garden's doing down in the comments. Hit that thumbs up. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Till next time, have a great day.